Welcome back, everyone. Yes, we are on location, and there are locations, and then there's this location. Joining me today is John Hand, who's the proprietor, the farmer. What a distinguished title that is. Don't you think, John? Farmer, right?
Gotta love a farmer.
You're exactly right. Not financial advisor, not president, farmer.
Farmer.
I like it. I think it's very distinguished, as you know. And Teri Ptacek, who is the executive director for the Agricultural Stewardship Association.
Yes, that's right.
I get extra points.
You do. You get extra points.
For being able to get that one. And the reason we were here is that Teri was on recently, you may know, and we were talking about the supper that's coming up that we will be talking about here. But in the conversation, I mentioned to her, I said, you know, you can't really discuss what it's like to be over here in Washington County and talk to farmers unless you actually go on location and do it. So that's what we decided to do.
That's great.
We thought we would come out here, meet John, talk a bit about farming, and tell you about this dinner that you really have to attend. So John, I'm going to start with you. The shirt tells it all. Farmers kick.
Yes.
That's right. You're third generation.
Right. My family started farming here in about 1908. So we've been here about 110 years now.
And how many acres, John?
We own 425 acres, of which we farm vegetables on about 120. We rent out another 80 or so to another farmer, and then there's 150 acres of woodlot and buildings, ponds, pastures.
Now, I assume that outside of the almost intended pun of hand and hand melon, that you're growing hand melons here, you're growing zucchini here, you're growing corn here. I don't know if viewers can see this in the background, but they do wildflowers. I mean, this is heaven. It's a piece of heaven. Give me just a little sense of the things that you do for them.
First and foremost, probably the leading product today is sweet corn.
Yes.
And then following with that, we grow a couple of different kinds of cantaloupes. One in particular that is our signature melon, hand melons they're called, a very particular variety that is uncharacteristically sweet. And then from there we get into zucchini squash, yellow summer squash, tomatoes, peppers, including hot peppers, eggplant, cucumbers, pickles, as diverse as possible in assortment of fall ornamentals, from jack-o'-lantern pumpkins to little pumpkins, munchkins, snake gourds, rouge beef d'étampes, so many different ornamental fall products we can't even keep track of them. We also bundle corn stalks for the fall. We also have berries, strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, all available for pick your own as well as retail. And then a couple other small crops. We grow some string beans, we grow asparagus, we grow about 25 acres of rye, which we sell the grain and keep the straw to mulch our strawberries for the winter.
You know, John, you're going to have to get serious about this.
You know, if I could only find some more stuff to do, I'd get in less trouble.
Well, I just want to tell, my wife and I have been vegetarians for 48 years. You just gave us our whole menu. Everything that you grow, we eat. It's really
kale. Except kale. We don't grow kale. We don't grow kale too, though. I'll bet you do.
Yeah, we do. I noticed the blueberries, because those are the ones with the net.
Right.
Nets over them, right?
Keep the birds out.
I've got it. Okay. You know what I'd love to do too, and again, we are going to talk about this dinner, but I would really like to just get a sense of, it's almost like a musician, John. You have to have a certain passion for wanting to do this. You know, John was listing off all of the things that they do. Well, that's not exactly your 9-to-5 job, if you know what I mean, right? You're up at 4 in the morning. You're working it. What's behind this? What's his passion about?
Producing good food, you know, and driven by the customers that are going to come to get it, both retail, wholesale, and pick your own. And you know, farming in general, vegetables especially, they can't wait. If you've got a weed problem, you've got to deal with it. If you've got a bug problem, you've got to deal with it. If you had extended drought, like we just went through,
yes, right.
You can't mess around. It's 7 days. If it's a Sunday night and you got to get the irrigation going, it breaks, you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it now.
I've got it.
So, you know, we try to escape a little bit when we can. We try to escape on a Sunday afternoon just to get a little R&R. But if you can't, you can't.
I've got it. Now, the supper that's coming up, is the funds that you're raising is trying to conserve farms, right? That's what the Agricultural Stewardship Association does.
Right.
And this magnificent 400 and something acre farm is being conserved.
It has been conserved.
It has been conserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, we closed in 2015.
You
Right.
did. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me the parameters of what that agreement is.
Well, basically, we put an easement, a deed restriction on the farm,
Right.
so that you can't build houses anywhere. You can have barns and the infrastructure you need for farming, but you really, it's limited to that.
Right.
And you can't have commercial operations other than farming. I mean, that's pretty much it.
And I think one of the things that's important to remember is it doesn't mean it's not saleable. I can
Right.
sell it to another farmer.
Right.
I can sell it to an individual, frankly, that may not want a farm, but they cannot build houses, they cannot build factories. It has to stay available for agriculture.
Yes, absolutely right. In a video that we saw that we are going to be running on our platforms, there was a wonderful phrase. I have to paraphrase it, but we were talking to one of the farmers, and he said, you know, once a farm turns into a condo development, it's over. Those condos are never coming down to become a farm again. And you have to
Right.
realize that this happens to be the food that we eat, and the lifestyle and the passion and just the dedication that people like John put into their work and their livelihood. We're the beneficiaries of that. So I'm just really glad I'm not looking at any condos. I'll tell you that right now. Really, hats off to you, John. It's really cool. It's really
It all came
very impressive.
It all came to a point one morning when I was drinking my coffee, and there was a news article on the local TV station about another farm that I know of that was about to be turned into retail
Mall
shopping
or
center,
something, right.
you know, with residential walkways and condos. And I thought about this land, my mom's house where I grew up, my father's ashes spread in the back field, and that was the turning point for me to say, yeah, no, I don't think that we're going to let that happen to this farm.
I've got you. Well,
And it's
an
really
amazing
nice,
story, right?
flat, you know, perfect for housing development. So
No. Ixnay that
Yeah.
last thing. No housing development is going to happen
but it's
here.
even better as a farm. I mean, really, because I mean, as more and more land gets developed, you're going to need all this. Every piece of acre of farmland, you know, you're going to need
It's precious. There's
Yes,
no
it's
doubt
precious.
about it. Now, the event we're talking about, which is the Celebrate Our Farmers Forever Farmland Supper, is coming up on August 2nd, right?
August 2nd.
And John and his family so very graciously offered to use their farmland here. We're going to show you a picture of that. And you're going to erect tents out there, so it's actually happening right here on your property.
Yep, right across the road there's a horse arena kind of as the backdrop, and then a field full of pumpkins. On the other side we've got a little grassy area that fits the tents to accommodate all the people in the event, and ASA does a fabulous job of putting the dinner together. I'm flattered to be able to host it here. It's really just a privilege in that regard, and it's just a beautiful event.
I know. Now, the money that we raise,
It goes to help support our farmland protection efforts.
that's got it. Now, just when you say farm to table, a phrase that we always hear, this is serious farm to table, right?
Right.
Okay.
This is serious farm to table.
Yeah, got it.
And the other thing that's going to happen at this event is we're going to be launching the public phase of our Forever Farmland campaign. And that money is used to actually acquire and help protect individual farms. So we have to raise $1.9 million altogether from private individuals to match the $7.5 million that we're raising through state and federal grants. And we've raised all but $550,000, and so we're going to kick off that public phase and hope that over the next year and a half we're able to raise the remaining amount.
Okay, that's where we come in. That's us. That's what we need to do. We need to go to this dinner. August 2nd. This is Wilbur Road, right? Is that the name of this road?
Wilbur Avenue.
Wilbur Avenue, actually.
Wilbur. Oh, it's an avenue.
Yeah.
Does anybody
Don't
know
ask
the
me
difference
why.
between a road, a street, a boulevard, or an avenue?
Hopefully your GPS will know the difference.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right,
the important thing.
right here in Greenwich. What time does it start?
Starts at 5:30. So
Okay.
there's a 5:30 cocktails, appetizers, 5:30 to 6:30. And then dinner is served around 6:30, quarter to 7. And the dinner is really fantastic. It's so special because this chefs consortium comes up and
That's right.
works with us. And these are chefs that you know, they are committed to fresh local food and getting people to really understand and appreciate it.
That's it. I don't know what you need, but that's exactly all I need to know, and probably everybody needs to know to be able to come out here. And when you're here, watch out for that guy in the back underneath the net stealing the blueberries, because that will be me.
You can buy them at the farm stand.
Yeah, I know, but I can also just John, it's a real pleasure to meet you, and thank you for inviting us out here. It's an honor to see somebody with your dedication doing what you're doing here. Teri, great to see you again. You can also go to our website and see the interview I did with Teri. It's on our website, so you learn some more information about it. Is there a website, just quick?
Yes, agstewardship.org.
Okay, good. agstewardship.org. And we'll be there on August 2nd. I can't wait, really.
Yes, and tickets are limited, so
yes,
they'll go fast.
Good, good. You know they will. All right, everybody, that's it. And if you want to see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.